Hello everyone, welcome back and thank you for watching. Today I will be making some Christmas DIYs using the Dollar Tree craftwood. I think these turn out beautiful, so I really hope you guys enjoyed today's video, and if you do, please give it a thumbs up, subscribe if you haven't already, and don't forget to hit the notification bell button so you can get notified every time I upload. With that being said, now let's craft. Alright, starting with the Noel sign from Dollar Tree, I will be using 4 of these 18-inch long wood planks, and I'm going to make a large sign. I will be putting them together first, and I wanted there to be space in between each plank, so I'm using these score sticks. Once everything's nice and even, I will be gluing some large popsicle sticks on the back. I will be using the Dollar Tree wood glue and some hot glue. Now I'm going to just pick up the sign and shake it a little bit so the sticks can fall out. Stain this using the Waverly Antique Wax. To make this lighter, I will be adding a little bit of water. Then with a napkin, I'm going to just remove some of that extra paint. Now that it's nice and dry, I will be using these large stickers that I got from Michael's a while back. I actually don't remember if it was Michael's or Hobby Lobby, but either one has some large stickers. As you can see, I didn't have all of the letters, so I will be using the little leftover border so I can use them as stencil. I will be using only the N, the E, and the L. For the O, I will be making a wreath. Now I'm going to just stick the letters to the sign, then with some white paint and a paintbrush, I'm going to go over each letter. I'm not gonna let them dry, so as soon as I'm done painting the L, I'm going to start taking the stickers off. As you can see, I did paint a little bit on the other side, so to remove that, I will be using a wet napkin. So I do recommend you doing that before the paint dries. And look how beautiful it's turning out. Now for the O, you can use one of these Dollar Tree little wreaths, or you can make your own like I will be doing. For the wreath, I will be using 2 garland ties, and I'm going to tie them together and make the shape of an O. Then from Dollar Tree, I'm going to use a pine cone garland and some stems from a greenery that I got from Dollar Tree. To start by placing one of the stems on the wreath, then I'm going to secure it using a pine cone. Once I am done securing that, wrap it around, and then get another stem and wrap it around. But before that, I'm going to secure it once again with a pine cone, and I'm going to repeat that until I go all around the wreath. Once I am done with the last one, I couldn't really get it all the way to the pine cone, so what I'm using it to secure it is the berries. These berries come from a Dollar Tree pack. I will be adding a berry in between each pine cone. And that is it for the wreath. Now before I add it to my sign, I'm going to flip the sign around and add some little shoestring hooks. Now I'm going to flip the wreath around and add a whole bunch of hot glue to the back, then just stick it to my sign. You can use a little hook instead if you want. And to finish this off, I will be making a buffalo check bow using the Dollar Tree ribbon, and then add it to the wreath. And that is it for this beautiful rustic Noel sign, which I absolutely love. For my next DIY, I will be making a planter. Now from Dollar Tree, I'm going to use 4 of these arrows, and I'm going to start by removing the string and the staples. So there's two ways you can make this. The easiest way is to just cut it right where the triangle starts, or you can do what I did. I placed the other arrow right on top of it to make it longer. To cut this, I will be using my handsaw in this little box. Now, as you can see, it doesn't fit. Now, in order for it to fit, I do have to cut this little side first, and then it will fit inside the box. I'm going to cut all three of them. With the fourth arrow, I will be making the sides. So I'm going to place two of the planks together like this. Then I'm going to add it and then measure it. Once I am done measuring them, I will be cutting them. And now I have all of the parts. As you can see with these two, this little piece was left over. Now I'm going to start gluing these together. I will be using a mixture of the Dollar Tree wood glue and hot glue. I'm going to start with the sides. Then I will be gluing the front and the back. To paint this, I will be using the mixture of the antique wax and a little bit of water. From Walmart, I will be using these little greeneries. They were 97 cents. And from Dollar Tree, I'm going to use these frosted eucalyptus greenery. I will be adding some garland inside the box to make it look fuller. I will not be gluing any picks inside the planter. So like this, I can use this all year round. And that is it for this planter, which I think it turned out beautiful. For my next DIY, I will be making a two-piece set. From Dollar Tree, I'm going to use two of these wood squares and a wood slat. It's 12 inches, so I am going to cut this in half. I will be using a combination of wood glue and hot glue to glue the squares to the wood. I'm going to paint the stands only using the Waverly Antique Wax, and for the square I'm going to paint it using some white chalk paint. Using whatever was left on the paintbrush, I distressed it a little bit. For my first little sign, it's going to say "Joy to the World." So from Dollar Tree, I'm going to use one of these joy ornaments. I'm going to just place it right on top. I'm not going to glue it just yet. Then with the Dollar Tree little letter stickers, I'm going to put "To the." And for the word world, I'm using some Walmart stickers. And that is it for the first one. For the second one, I'm going to use this ornament that I got from Dollar Tree. I'm going to just remove the tag and then glue it in the center of the sign. And that is all I'm doing for this second one. So that's it for this two-piece set, which I think it turned out beautiful. For my next DIY, I will be using this Dollar Tree wood house, and I'm going to stain it using the Waverly Antique Wax. And I'm only doing the sides. Using this Hobby Lobby craft paper, I'm going to place the house on top and then trace it, cut it, and glue it using the Elmer's glue stick. The next Dollar Tree wood item I will be using is these little Christmas trees. I'm going to use one of them and paint it using the white chalk paint. Once it's dry, I'm going to glue it to the center of the house. Now to finish this off, I'm going to use this little greenery I took off of one of the Dollar Tree ornaments and add it to the tree. This greenery did have a pine cone, but I only had one of them. It's supposed to have two. I did remove it and made a jute twine bow instead and added in the center. And that is it for this beautiful little house. For my next DIY, I'm going to use these wood shapes, which are new to Dollar Tree, and I'm going to use this little wood circle. This one is from Hobby Lobby, but I do want to show you this rectangle one that Dollar Tree carries and this wooden circle. I decided to use the little wood circle from Hobby Lobby instead. I'm going to start by gluing 4 of these little wood shapes to the bottom. I will be using hot glue. You can use wood glue if you like. I'm going to stain this using the leftover mixture of antique wax and water that I had. Now for the candle, I'm going to use this Dollar Tree one. I'm going to remove the little jute twine that it had, and I'm going to add some of this buffalo check red ribbon that Dollar Tree carries. Fold it in half, tie it around it, and making a bow. And that is basically it for this little stand with the candle. And that is it for this video. I hope you guys enjoyed it. Let me know down in the comment section which one was your favorite, because I would love to know. So thank you so much for watching. Please subscribe if you haven't already. And until next time, bye.